Okay, we're looking at the Marshall Orchid OR-70-3D. This is the, we believe it'll be the first 7-inch auto stereoscopic display 3D monitor. This was introduced at IBC 2011, and it's getting a lot of excitement, a lot of press coverage. We're going to show you how to set this thing up. This is we're looking at a 360 server. We've got separate left and right plugged into it, and this is how it looks coming right out of the box, which is looking at the left only. So we need to go in the menu. We need to do two things. First, we need to go in the menu and tell it that we're inputting a dual link input. So we go down to dual link and we select dual link. And you'll notice that it's already shown me as a side-by-side, because the other default setting from the factory is a side-by-side view mode. So we're going to go into screen, into view mode, and change it from side-by-side to 3D. So those two switches are what you must do in order to see auto stereoscopic 3D. Okay, so let's go bang down through the features here. Now this one has not been set up. All these function keys can be preset with different functions. But we're going to go through the different 3D review modes. So the first thing we're going to do is look at first blending, which is just a 50-50 blend between left and right. And we got a Y difference, which will show you the luminance difference. And that's in with a color component. We've also got it monochrome. We're going to use that. There's also an anaglyph mode. And we've got color, half color, and optimized and gray versions of anaglyph. Half color. This allows you to view your content or your cameras with a regular set of anaglyph red cyan glasses. There's also a checker box. Here's our checkbox. And the checkbox size may be a little bit larger here. Checkbox is more for showing you differences between your camera. White balance, black balance. So now they're larger boxes. And you can see if there's any color shading differences. Really handy for looking at metallic objects and see if you've got a polarizing issue with one eye versus the other. There's also a dual waveform. So this is showing a left and right waveform. There's a few different modes of that. Dual vector, dual waveform in the middle, and there's an overlay which shows the left and right over the top of each other. And it'll change color if there's any differences in there, so you can confirm right away if your irises are matched. All right, this is the back of the Orchid OR-70-3D, and you see that it's got a bunch of BNC connectors on there that support dual link, left and right input, and there's a 3G output, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But the inputs that it supports can be a dual stream, separate left and right stereo in HDSDI, and it will also support a dual link over 3G. So if you've got one of those AJA converters that will mux two streams of HDSDI onto a 3G, you can bring that into the input here, and there's a setting in the menu for that. It's a dual, that would be the dual link input in the front. And
it will also take anamorphic side-by-side and top and bottom and stuff like that?
Not top and bottom, but it will do side-by-side.
Left and right. Will it do frame pack?
It won't do frame pack. Now what's nice is it's got an output. So the output will actually mux the left and right input and give you a side-by-side packed output that you can then feed your other devices downstream. There's also there's an image flip on the inputs. One thing to keep in mind is your inputs must be Genlock. You must have a Genlock locked left and right camera coming in, or else it will not function properly. There's a space here for mounting a battery adapter. Here's the V-mount adapter that we use for IDX type batteries. And you can do an Anton Bauer gold mount that can go on there. Over here we've got an RJ45 connector that is used as a parallel remote, like a GPI contact closer. You can wire your own remote control to that to do various functions, all menu settable. And there's two connectors here for options, which we also have. I don't have it here to show you, but there's a remote tally display, and there's a remote button switch pack. I'm sure you'll see it on the website. And of course, standard 12-volt XLR 4-pin. And I will mention there's a connector here for upgrades.